Okay people, here we go, a new EP from Beutnoise, always very exciting, but this time it's on Cyclops Recordings. Beutnoise has of course been quite wedded to Disciple in a way over the last few years with EPs and ABs or doubles or whatever you want to call them, various songs and singles and tracks for compilations here and there as well, collaborations, all sorts. But now we've got a full 4-track EP on, Cyclops Recordings, the label of Subtronics. So this is the first 4-track EP from Beutnoise in just over a year, I think. I think the last one was October 2023. So it's always an event for the channel. A lot of people who follow this channel love Beutnoise, so here we go. It's a big one, it's a big release for the year, and the opener here is called Forest Punk. Really cool title to kick things off. Let's give it a whirl. It's already good. That vocal is already good. It's already good. Straight into it. Mate, stop it already. Already. I can't just let that go, can I? I've got to rewind it because I want to hear it again because it's good. That's how we do over here, isn't it? Yes. I'm really sorry, but I have to do it because I want to hear it again. Rewind on that. Beutnoise, BR. Okay. Ooh. Yes, we get it, mate. We get it. You're very good. We get it. It does love a little drop like this where it's a little bit stodgier. Ooh. There's a couple little... Mate, this guy is it's just levels. At what point do you stop calling him an underground producer? That's what I want to know. At what point are we just like, yeah, this guy's mixing it up with the best, with like the very best.
Get your punk ass over here.
Ooh. Oi. Really gone down more of a colourful route for this final drop. Yeah, pure jungly tribal flavour, classic typical Beutnoise, and it's amazing how he just, keeps that aesthetic so consistent, but just keeps coming up with cool ideas, new ways of making the arrangement interesting, and just spicing up his heaviness and what it's best for from track to track. Do you know what I mean? Even having that bit for the final drop where it's a bit more colourful, it goes a little bit Rushdown actually, if I'm being honest. It goes like quite fluorescent, vibrant vibes where the intricate stuff just takes a little bit more of like a back seat, if you will, and that really like intense colour just comes right to the forefront. Overwhelms the more intricate side of it a little bit because you do want that to kind of keep ringing true in his music, but it still sounds good. It sounds fresh. I think the middle drop is the one again where I'm just like, just feels a little bit stodgy. I'm not sure it quite fits within the context of the tune. Like, I appreciate he wants to do something a bit different for that middle drop, but it just takes the kind of life. It takes the life out of the cut just a little bit, I think. Whereas he could have maybe just scaled up on the mad excitement of that first drop, which is incredible, by the way. Loved the spacing out of all the individual notes. There's such a mad attention to detail with all of that. Super energetic. It just sounds like him in full flow. And I think in the past with Beutnoise, we've had situations where the heaviness, the drop just feels a little bit clunky and the flow isn't quite there. All the notes and the sounds are in kind of awkward positions. It doesn't flow quite as well, but that just got it spot on with that first drop in particular, and then also with the final one with just a little bit more colour kind of shining through. And the vocal is beautiful. Got a really heavenly feel to it. The notes are perfect that are being hit with that vocal sample, and it fits with the instrumental just expertly well. So yeah, a good solid opening there. Very nice indeed. The next track number 2, is I Want You. Can we get some bigs in the chat for this banger? Okay, now pick it up with a bit of that more intricate flavour. This to me feels like an EP closer, if I'm being honest, because it's quite minimal, it's quite low key. To have it as the second track is it's interesting choice there. This is definitely a kind of detour of some sort. Very odd and weird experience hearing this song for the first time. I'm like, is he changing it up? Is he doing something different just because he wants to, or because it's for Cyclops Recordings? Or were they like, maybe we want to hear your style over the course of an EP, but we also want to hear something a little bit different from you? Yeah, not gonna lie, that one took me completely by surprise. Definitely want to hear what you guys are thinking of it in the comments of the chat here, but also on YouTube. Do let me know in the comment section what you're making of this one, because it's a welcome change. I'm not saying any kind of experimentation like that where it's completely different to what he would usually do just isn't worth it. It's completely worth it, and I love that he is trying out different things, but it did have a little bit of a feeling to me of like definitely trying it out for the first time. Like, it wasn't completely refined. There were enough moments where there wasn't quite enough going on, like when the first drop comes in, by the way, and it progresses really well. It develops really nicely, evolves in a nice way when it kind of pushes forward with the percussion becoming a little bit more intricate. But when it first comes in, it's a little bit nondescript. Like, there's not a lot going on there, minimal to the point of just not actually having quite enough going on. I love the overall feel of the instrumental. Like, it's got a really warm feeling about it, quite soothing and comforting. I like that about the production style. I'm not sure the idea itself ever, kind of escalates into something that I'm gonna be like, yeah, I gotta hear that again. But then maybe the point of it is just that he's trying out something new and something different, and that novelty factor alone is the thing that is selling the track. I will be majoring on that one for sure when I go back to the EP. Track number 3, penultimately here, is called Perk Statement. Okay, we didn't get enough bigs in the chat when I last asked, so if you're willing to give a big in the chat, put a big in the chat. Always have to big up Mr. Big. Ooh! Oh wow. Wow, that percussion. Oh my god. Still insanely intricate and refined, but just not as like outward and like in your face with it, which I like. It's a welcome change again. Ooh. Oh! Hey! Nah, I'm really sorry. I've got to hear that again. I've got to hear that drop again with those little vocal samples, those cheeky little vocal samples. This is it. This is just, his style is just getting better and better with each release, I feel. And it's like not getting boring in any way. And the production, the arrangement's just getting that little bit better each time. This is expert stuff. This is like a real, this is a really special talent that we are talking about here and covering right here. Rewind on that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh, the flavour, the sauce, the everything here pretty much actually is just, it's flooring me a little bit, just a little bit. It's less showy than the first one, this one. Even with that, I think I still prefer this one. I think this one's still my favourite. Like, this is just, everything's going right here. I just want to let it run. I don't want to like stop it or like rewind it, because I just want to like, That third one that we've just heard is just the most consistently good for me across the whole tune, and levels up in really good and significant ways, like luring you in and just being like, oh yeah, it's like a more minimal Beutnoise kind of track with all the intricacy and fine layout and arrangement that you want from him. Really does bring you in, kind of making you expect in a way that it's going to be like that for the whole thing. But then with that final final drop, just levels up out of nowhere. And I think even with the second drop as well, actually, just reveals more of itself as it goes on. You've got that really nice kind of velvety vocal that just drops in just before the second drop. That gives it a nice little bit of flavour as it comes in. And then the production there, the percussion really levels up, kind of rattling in your mind. And then with that final drop, it's just, it takes it up another level again, really impressively. And just love the way it steadily builds up. And again, just reveals more of itself, that one, as it goes on. Super well cut, super well arranged. Just kind of running out of superlatives for this guy, if I'm being honest. I honestly think he just keeps going like this, with the 4-track EPs in particular, like just keeps refining that little bit, like that little 5% each time. And you can really hear it. But now we have the closer, which is called Now. Oh shit! Fuck me. Imagine when this guy makes an album. Like, what is the album gonna sound like? How many different genres? Like, what's the story of it gonna be? I can't wait. Definitely bringing the tone down for the closer for the EP, which is nice. Just his idea making has just gotten so much more refined over time. It's so much more rounded off. Got to rate him for that. It's a little shuffler. It does feel like this could come straight off of Stealing Fire, doesn't it, really? It's got that enchanting vibe about it, all the intricate, bubbly, colourful production. Yeah, definitely would be a good potential collaboration, that. A nice way of ending the EP, the project, the collection. Yeah, I mean, it is just Beutnoise's style with a bit more of a chilled vibe, a bit more colour to it. Different kind of colour than what we got in the final drop of the first tune, but it's like, you know, got that intricate Beutnoise approach, and then just a little bit more like chilled, a little bit more soothing in the delivery and the bringing together of sounds there. And also did that thing again where it just kind of gets a little bit more expressive as it goes on. Again, revealing more of itself, going from one drop to another. And the final cut as well being the shortest one, I think I'm right in saying that. Yep. And that is always quite a good way, I think, of rounding off an EP. But it's a good EP overall. It's another good EP overall from Beutnoise. What can you say? Bits of experimentation in here as well. The production's better, even better than it has been in the past. The ideas are more refined. The sound usage is just as jungly and tribal and exciting. Now I'm just sat here kind of thinking, well, what is he going to do for a bigger project at some point? Like, what is that going to sound like? Because, you know, year on year, he's been putting out the EPs, putting out the singles, the collaborations, the remixes as well, lest we forget, tracks for compilations. He's done all of that. Now I want to hear what it sounds like over a longer format, you know, because he keeps leveling up from one 4-track EP to another, and I'm very here for it. But yeah, just want to hear the long form thing from you next. But yeah, there we go. That is going to be my thoughts on Sunken Valley, the latest 4-track EP from Beutnoise.